There we go, we're recording. Hello.
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 Here we all are. Nice to see you. And it's November. How did
What
that
sort of capo are you using?
What, sorry?
What sort of capo are you going to
Oh,
use?
it's a really slick one that's dead easy to put on, apparently.
Oh, right.
If your
Yeah.
thumb works.
Yeah, if your thumb works. Ooh. Right, so the theme this week is local heroes. And this is a song about an unsung hero, funnily enough, which I often sing about him. So he's not really unsung. It's just a bloke that used to knock around Cheetham Hill area, and it was when Mike Harding was growing up, and he saw this bloke, and he used to do a bit of busking with the spoons. So if we could get in sync, it'd be really nice to get Rick playing, but unfortunately we can't. So not that it makes any difference. No, it would be nice to have it.
It wouldn't be in sync anyway, Martin.
I just said it would make any difference. It would be nice to have the spoons in the background, but we can't. There's a similar song written by Mike Canavan called Whistling Jimmy. Not because he used to whistle, but because he was frightened. He got shell shock from the sound of the bombs, and he used to hear if anyone whistled, it used to freak him out, and it used to send him off into a fit, you know. Well, this was Jimmy Spoons, who came back after the war and lived in a hostel and made a bit of money by playing the spoons and singing. Down the long city streets on summer afternoons, there walked an old man, they called him Jimmy Spoons. Times that I remember when I was just a lad, followed him the long, long day through. Hey Jimmy, won't you play one more tune? One of those you learned across in France. Come on Jimmy, won't you give us just one more? Play one so the little kids can dance, na na na. Play one so the little kids can dance. Played his old mouth organ, spoons they beat out time. All the kids they followed him, he didn't seem to mind. Times I often wondered why he was just a tramp. When he went in the hot knot, where he went when the long hot days were done. Hey Jimmy, won't you play one more tune? One of those you learned across in France. Come on Jimmy, won't you give us just one more? Play one so the little kids can dance, na na na. Play one so the little kids can dance. All the medals that he wore shone in the sun. Memories of the trenches, the war that was now done. What happened in the trenches, in the mud and in the tears? What happened to your life, Jimmy Spoons? Hey Jimmy, won't you play one more tune? One of those you learned across in France. Come on Jimmy, won't you give us just one more? Play one so the little kids can dance, na na na. Say one so the little kids can dance. Somewhere out in France, a shell had torn his mind, left him bent and broken, wearing rags, wearing a smile. Now he is no soldier, just a dosser out of luck, living in the hostel on the hill. Hey Jimmy, won't you play one more tune? One of those you learned across in France. Come on, Jimmy, won't you give us just one more? Play one so the little kids can dance one more time. Say one so the little kids can dance. Down the long city streets, I walk past my old home. I've seen the changes now that I have grown. Still you'll hear them singing on a summer's afternoon. Hear the kids all say to Jimmy Spoon, hey Jimmy, won't you play one more tune? One of those you learned across in France. Come on Jimmy, won't you give us just one more? Play one so the little kids can dance. One da da da. Play one so the little kids can dance. One more time. Play one so the little kids can dance. These ones. There you go, Jimmy Spoons. Who was? Oh, Rick, you were first in, mate.
What's that?
Yeah, you were first in.
Bloody hell.
Of the performing types.
Don't know if I'm in tune, but it won't make any bloody difference, really. Never has before.
There's still time.
Right. I had to work at this one because being local down here, I didn't really know any local heroes. So I rooted out this song. I don't know if it's a popular song. I don't know if people know it, but I've found it. And it's about some local heroes down here. Now, I'm not telling you what it's about. You'll find out from the end of the chorus. Start again. Farewell to me family, it's now I must leave you. For that far fatal shore in chains we shall see. Although we are taken, be not be mistaken. As brothers in union we shall be free. They can bring down our wages, starve all our children. In chains they can bind us, steal all our land, can mock our religion, from our family divide us. But they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man. To those who would rule us, we are the dissenters. Do your duty, be thankful, don't complain, we are told. For God in his wisdom divided his kingdom, for the few to have much while the many have naught. We can bring down our wages, we can starve all our children. In chains they can bind us, steal all our land, can mock our religion, from our families divide us. But they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man. as brothers together, with an oath that will bind us. Well, the labouring man in all England shall rise, though Frampton defamed us, they never will tame us. Well, arise, men of Britain, you yet win the prize. They can bring down our wages, they can starve all our children. In chains they can bind us, steal all our land. They can mock our religion, from our family divide us. But they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man. No, they can't break the oath of a tall puddle man.
I heard that one before.
No, it's by a chap called Graham Moore.
Oh, yeah.
Graham M-O-O-R.
There you go to it.
He's done a lot of stuff like that. It's very Chumbawamba-ish and that sort of thing. Anyway, found it on the internet. I thought, who've we got that are local heroes? And Tall Puddle's just about 15 miles away from where I live. So I've been there a couple of times.
How did you send me that cartoon, Rick?
It was on Facebook, and I sent it as a post to you, just to you.
Right, I can't find it.
Well,
I'll keep looking.
If you find my page,
Yeah,
it'll be on my page.
I just did, but I couldn't find it.
Oh well, maybe it's not. It might be a bit of a way down because I do post a lot of crap.
Yeah, all right. I'll have a look. I'll keep looking. In the meantime, Jeff, speak to us. You're muted. There he is.
My second man in.
Here he is.
Was I second man in?
You were.
I'm very keen, aren't I?
Very keen.
Right. I'm going to do this one. Get my guitar there. Right. No spiel on this one. Nothing to do with heroes. As usual. As usual. Nothing to do with the theme. Terribly sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Right, thanks, mate. Well, everybody knows down that road, you gotta leap across the street. Live your life under a taxi cab, have eyes in your feet. You pick a nice soft corner, you sit right down, pick up your guitar to play. Mama says, now move along, so you move along all day. I'm a one-man band, nobody knows or understands. Anybody out there gonna lend me a hand to my one-man band? For 3 days now I haven't eaten a thing. Oh my, I'm getting mighty slim. Very soon my hat won't be big enough to put a half-boat round in. Hey, Mr. Businessman, don't look so sad, don't look so ill at ease. Play any song you like to cheer up the life in me. I'm a one-man band, nobody knows or understands. Anybody out there gonna lend me a hand to my one-man band? And oh, look at the rain falling. Oh, look at the rain. For 3 days now I haven't eaten a thing. I'm getting mighty slim. Very soon my hat won't be big enough to put a half-boat round in. song you like to cheer up the life you lead. Last time a one-man band, nobody knows or understands. Anybody out there gonna lend me a hand to my one-man band? To my one-man band. To my one-man band. Thank you very much. So it's nothing to do with any of the things.
I didn't recognise you without the perm.
What?
The perm.
The perm?
Yeah.
What perm?
Well, you used to have a perm when you sang that back in the 70s.
Hey, have you seen the name? I've done my own name. Nobody's messed about with it. Which is
So you're live.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Captain. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Right, so Mark,
Right, okay.
have you finished your tea?
No,
Don't have it going cold.
you mean me cup of tea?
Yeah, you don't want it going cold while you're
Oh
doing
no, I drink it as it comes, stone cold, boiling hot, whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if somebody's gone to the trouble of making it, I'll drink it, whatever
Yeah.
whatever it's like. I got that off my nan. She used to. I don't think my nan ever knew what a hot dinner was. She'd be fussing around you, doing stuff for you, you know, making you a dinner, and when you'd finish your dinner, she'd take the plate away and put your pudding in front of you, and then she'd start on hers, you know, and then half the time she never had a hot dinner. I'm sure, not very.
But was she one of those that drunk a hot cup of tea out the saucer to cool it down?
Yeah.
I had one of them.
Yeah, and if she had oranges, she'd cut one in half and she'd have a saucer full of sugar and dip the orange in the sugar and eat it like that.
It's in that, no. You
Oh, well, she had that. Right, I've been doing a bit of research, and to do this, I had to trawl through a few graveyards, well, one in particular, and this was on at Parbold, the church on the hill, and I was actually looking. I took my mother to put some flowers on her sister's grave, my auntie's grave. But looking at the graves, I came across this one, and I know you can't really see it properly, but that grave is William Santos, and William Santos is a local hero.
Wigan.
And he had a sweet factory, which was this one in Wigan, right? And if you go around the corner, it tells you everything. There you go.
Joe's Mint Ball.
Uncle Joe's Mint Balls. So if you go on the train from Southport to Wigan and you look out of the left-hand window just before you pull into Walgate Station, it's there. And this is another. It's been there for years. This is another. Just in case you've no idea what we're talking about, you'll still see them today. Uncle Joe's Mint Balls.
Got some downstairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is another Mike Harding song. He wrote this many years ago, probably about the same time as he did Jimmy Spoons. I don't know. Bing, join in. Now there's a place in Wigan, it's a place you all should know. A busy little factory where things are all to go. They don't make jakes or Eccles cakes or things to stick on walls, but night and day they work away at Uncle Joe's Mint Balls. 'Cause Uncle Joe's Mint Balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Me dad has always wanted curly hair on his bald head. Suck an Uncle Joe's Mint Ball, that's what the doctor said. So he'd got an Uncle Joe's Mint Ball and he sucked it all night long. When he got up next morning, he'd hairs all over his tongue. 'Cause Uncle Joe's Mint Balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Me Uncle Albert passed away with ale upon the brain. The doctors said that he were dead and might never walk again. So they gave the corpse an Uncle Joe's, then stood back aghast. 'Cause the corpse got up and ran to pub and spent insurance brass. 'Cause Uncle Joe's Mint Balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. So come and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Da, 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 da. Me granny said me granddaddy was getting old and slow, and fire in Grandad's boiler had gone out long ago. So he got an Uncle Joe's mint ball and he sucked it all the night. Put his hot breath, singed a vest and set the bed alight. 'Cause Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Da, 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 da. We had a pigeon, it was bald and couldn't fly too fast. Never won places in the races, always coming last. Though it was bald, no feathers at all, it won a race one day. 'Cause we give it in Uncle Joe's mint ball and it ran all bloody way. 'Cause Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see and you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Da, 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 da. I had a girl, her name was May, in passion she was lacking. Fed her with whiskey to make her frisky, but still she wouldn't get cracking. So I give her an Uncle Joe's mint ball to get her all aglow. Now she walks the streets of Wigan, looking for Uncle Joe. 'Cause Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Da, 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 da. We give some to the coalman's horse as it was stood in road. It give a cough, then buggered off with its cart and load. It ran onto the racecourse, going like a bird. Covered the track with nutty slack and came for second and third. 'Cause Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Da, 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 da. The RSPCA bought 6 tons of Uncle Joe's to give to all the animals to keep 'em all aglow. Our budgie now is 6 foot tall, the cat is 8'3", and all the poor brass monkeys are as happy as can be. 'Cause Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the bugger go. Away with coughs and snivels, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. My local hero.
Coleman's horse line is just superb.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, what a verse that is! I'll tell you what, it goes. That song goes down a storm down here, and you can buy Uncle Joe's in a toffee shop in Yeovil.
Yeah.
But a few years ago, when we were doing the gigs down here, I bought a bloody great bag of Uncle Joe's and threw them into the audience. You know, absolutely great fun. But there's a coal merchants down here called Darches, so you can dedicate the last. I always do that verse last, so you can dedicate the verse to Darches coal merchants. It goes down a storm down here.
Good.
Funny as hell, but to listen to somebody else doing it, and because you can, you're expecting the joke. You know, the funny bit is the expectation of it. It's bloody wonderful. Enjoyed that.
Right.
Cracking stuff.
Thank you.
Right, I found this here cartoon that Rick sent me. I'm going to see if I can share it with you. Okay, here we go. Stand by your beds. Share screen. Share screen and hold on.
Turn it off and turn it on again.
You seen it?
There we go.
Go.
Make it bigger.
Very good.
Limerick Town Council.
Hey.
Yeah, I've got magnifying glass here. No.
It's the Limerick Town Council, and on the bench there's the old man from Nantucket,
Yeah.
a lady from Kent, a young fellow named Driver, and an old lady from Cork.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that'll do. You see, high tech, you see, clever stuff.
Brilliant.
Christoph, put your beard
Hello.
down.
Oh, what's that? Oh,
Well, I spoke to you today, Martin.
Yeah.
I haven't done something about you. But you got me thinking, so it's a local heroes anyway. I've got another one after about Nobby Styles, so no one do one about Nobby Styles. What words would you say to define a local hero? Does he or she court fame? Or do they work tirelessly and anonymously? Anonymously, for no fee or personal gain. In your darkest hour, there's a number written on the wall. Or maybe they can hold on. They may catch you when you fall. Volunteers who serve soup and rice on winter nights. Don't seek a medal as proof. They offer what they can do. Rain falls down on cardboard town. Listen, is this time a pandemic? Some doors said, don't let the rain swallow up your plea. A councillor and a property developer divvy up in a car in the backstreet of the North Quarter, where the vulnerable have no choice. Okay, Marcus Rashford uses his fame to unknown national acclaim. So children can be fed. While Boris dithers and fumbles as he hops from bed to bed. To be a local hero, remain nameless. Don't seek a crown or a golden throne. Day and night they seek to relieve the light of the neglected and alone. So what defines a local hero? Cheers.
You say you wrote that since tea time when I spoke to you?
Yeah. Would I lie to you?
Well done. Excellent. Thank you very much. Stanley.
Hello.
Oh, I believe you've got an announcement to make.
Have I?
Well, that little thing, the little message that your dear wife sent about not gloating.
Oh, yeah. I thought this is a time when the world needs coming together and reconciliation. And it's not a time for cynical gloating. But if it was, this is my commemorative anagram of Joe Biden, the 46th President of the United States of America. And it comes out as, I rejoice. Trump is defeated. To exit. He's one shifty bastard. There we are.
Hey, you were dead lucky it was a 46th, so you got the X in for exit.
Oh, wow. No.
Hey,
Yeah,
dead
you
lucky.
got to take these things when they come. Yeah. So I'm going to sing a song about a hero who was local, depending on your definition. Now the votes have all been cast. All that remains is the final count. The gap between them is not vast, but it is a meaningful amount. For Biden smile, and that sits fine with me. Biden smile, he won a victory. Donald Trump, with whom I'm deeply bored, well, he's now trying to cheat. He's claiming that postal votes are frauds. He just can't admit defeat. But Biden smiles, and that sits fine with me. Biden smiles, he's won a victory. Oh, just a second. Something's disappeared. That's better. Just lost my cable. Well, America has always taken pride as the center of democracy. But with Trump's antics, that dream has died. Vladimir Putin sounds fairer to me. But Biden smiles, that sits fine with me. Biden smiles, he's won a victory. Oh, I've never have I agreed with any comment that Donald Trump has ever said. But when he claimed the elections an embarrassment, I agree, but that's all on his fat, stupid head. Meanwhile, Biden smiles, and that sits fine by me. Biden smiles, he's won a victory. account, shouts Donald Trump like some extra in Dracula. Okay, the Democrats are well ahead. Let's stop it now and just say, Donald, there you are. But Biden smiles, and that sits well with me. Biden smiles, he's won a victory. So eventually the end will come for the worst president that there's ever been. He's been arrogant, divisive, spiteful and dumb. You know, I should really get down off the fence and say what I mean. But Biden smiles, and that sits well with me. Biden smiles, he's won a victory.
Hurrah!
Oh,
That song will never be the same.
oh no.
The Little Book of Trumpisms. All right.
Yes, of Trumpism. Well,
Well, you know, the wonderful thing about the final demise of Trump is that we can now reclaim satire. 'Cause, you know,
It's all right for you, but I'm denied hundreds more songs.
well, yeah, but nobody's been able to do anything satirical for the last 4 years.
Right, no.
You know, nothing was more satirical than what he was saying for Genuine. Anyway, there you go. Lovely stuff. Dom, you're not.
try and find. There's some good ones in there, things that he's said, but I've not had chance to think about local heroes, I'm afraid. Time passes and I don't know where it goes to. And then just before we sat down, there was about three songs came to mind, none of which I know. But one of them's that Bouncing Billy.
Bouncing Billy
Are we
Bat.
frozen? Bouncing Billy Bat.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just one I've heard of, but I don't know it well enough to do it. So,
Sorry.
I hope you're not going to do it because I'm doing that one next.
no. I don't know them well enough. So anyway,
Not a competition.
Oh, don't stop me.
I'm going to do this one though. I've not done it before, so that should be fun. And I'm sure this guy would have been a hero, and he would have been local to somewhere, but I don't know where. So, and as we've just had Remembrance Sunday, it ties in with that.
Which is why I did Jimmy Spoons, by the way.
Sorry?
That's why I did Jimmy Spoons, because it's Remembrance Day tomorrow, of course.
Yeah. So here we go. Try this one. How do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside? Rest for a while neath the warm summer sun. I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were all.
I'm afraid you've frozen, Dominic. Don't know whether you can hear me. You're frozen. What was that? Dominic has left the building. I think we'll move on and catch up with him when he gets back on and give him another chance.
Back.
Oh, has he gone?
He's gone. No, he's disappeared. Right, Marion, you want to do one, and then we'll come back to Dominic when he re-establishes contact.
Right, just a have a sip of my drink. I was hoping that nobody would do this one. Again, it's not very local. It's a pigeon's flight local. No. At the west end of Derby lived a working man. He said, I can't fly, but my pigeons, they can. And when I set them free, it's like a part of me gets lifted up on shining wings. Charlie Hudson lived. Charlie Hudson's pigeon loft was down the yard of a rented house in Brook Street where life was hard. But Charlie had a dream, and in 1913 he bred a pigeon to make his dream come true. There was to be a championship race in Italy. We took down the maps, all that land and sea. Charlie, you'll lose that bird, but Charlie never heard. He packed up his pigeon and sent it off to Rome. Cat. Sorry. Sent it off to Rome. On the day of the big race, a storm blew in. Many thousands of pigeons went astray and were never seen again. Charlie, we told you so. Surely by now you'd know that if you live in the West End, there ain't many dreams come true. Yes, I know, but I had to try. A man can crawl about, or he can learn to fly. And when you live down here, the ground seems awful near. I just had to get a lift up from Victory. I went out for a drink with my mates, for a pint or two. When I saw a wing high up in the blue, Charlie, it's the King of Rome. He's found his western home. Come out quick, see he's perched up on your roof. Come down, your majesty. I knew you'd find your way home to me.
No.
Come down, my lovely one. You made my dreams come true. In the West End of Derby lived a working man. He said, I can't fly, but my pigeons, they can. And when I set them free, it's like a part of me gets lifted up on shining wings. I love that one.
Thanks, Marion. I saw that somebody put a version of that on YouTube, I think, with some images with it as well. It was very effective, very effective. I was walking down to the shop last week, and unusually around here, there was a whole sort of flock of pigeons on the roof of a house, which, you know, in itself was unusual. But then I looked up and I realised they were all fancies. They were all really neat, tidy, multicoloured, unusual, not feral pigeons. So there must have been a race going on somewhere, and they may have just sort of lost the bearings of it. And they were all sort of sitting on the ridge of this house, about maybe 20, 25 of them. I went off into town on the tram and came back about 2.5 hours later, and all still there. So I don't know what happened, but the next day they'd gone.
Oh, that was an essential journey, Martin.
It was before the lockdown. I said last week.
That you are.
That song, by the way, it was entered for a national folk songwriting competition, late 80s, early 90s, I can't remember. And the final was held at Kendal Folk Festival when that existed. And I happened to be on that year, and so I went to the final, and that song came second.
Yeah, yeah.
But since then, I've heard it all over the country. It's a really good
Who
song.
sang it, Stanley?
Well, the fellow who wrote it, a fellow called Dave Sudbury originally, but June Tabor picked up on it,
Yeah.
and it's made it famous. But the song that won was by Sally Barker, who since appeared on The Voice. But has anybody ever heard a song following the buffalo?
Yes.
Have you?
Didn't Sally Barker play at the start?
Chase the Buffalo.
Is it?
I don't know if it's the same song. One called Chase the Buffalo.
No, it wasn't Chase the Buffalo. It was. Anyway, it just goes to show that you're better off coming second.
Yeah.
Story of my life, anyway.
What's the young? Is it the Young Thanks Sisters? I saw one of them doing it.
Yeah, they did it. Yeah, yeah.
That comes from June Tabor.
Right.
Brilliant song. Sends a shiver up my spine, that does.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Marion. Great. Right. Okay. Who would have thought that Biden would fit so well into a folk song?
Who'd have thought?
Who would have thought that Biden would fit so well into a musical song?
Oh.
Everyone, if they thought Stanley was writing it.
No, this is my offering. To
The opportunity.
To the States, the travelling circus came with banners and placards and flags and stuff. Election was its name. But that night, as all the results came in, it soon became clear to everyone that Trump wasn't going to win. Oh, many intelligent votes were cast for Kamala Harris and Biden, annoying supporters of poor old Trump. Trump. State after state coming in for Joe, and his smile was beginning to widen, while Donald was moaning and taking the hump. The head of the herd was wailing, I'll have my way. They took all the votes that were meant for me and threw them all away. Many intelligent votes were cast for Kamala Harris and Biden that signal the end of President Trump. All that week, the votes kept trickling in. 70 blue and 30 red showed Joe was going to win. Trump cried foul, it couldn't be really true. And everyone waited to see what poor old Donald was going to do. Oh, many intelligent votes were cast for Kamala Harris and Biden, annoying supporters of poor old Trump. Wednesday and Thursday and Friday passed and the lead continued to widen. So Trump started tweeting for all he was worth. Sad old Trump. Then CNN started calling state after state. but Pennsylvania was the one that sealed the president's fate. Oh, many intelligent votes were cast for Kamala Harris and Biden, annoying supporters of poor old Trump, 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 Trump. 70 million wasn't enough to put him back in the White House. You better start looking for somewhere to live. Trump, Trump, Trump. So at last, the fireworks filled the sky. Happy electors filled the streets and tears filled everyone's eye. But hold on, he's still got 70 days. So hold your breath with fingers crossed till the parting of the waves. Oh, and many intelligent votes were cast for Kamala Harris and Biden, annoying supporters of poor old Trump, 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 Trump. Defeated Donald can pack his trunk and trundle out of the White House. No more years for President Trump, 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 Trump. I'm not finished. After the poll was over, after the break of morn, after the votes were counted, when everyone had gone, patiently Joe is waiting as the heads start to roll. But Donald is still in the White House after the poll. I think I got up yesterday morning, got myself a cup of coffee, sat at the computer and wrote that in 20 minutes.
Well done, Martin. Well done.
Brilliant.
Including my sleep.
The trouble is, Martin, in about 3 or 4 years' time, you'll think, oh, what was that song I did? And you'll do it again. And what's all that about?
Yeah.
Not remember any of that.
Oh, you're not going to forget this in a hurry.
Oh, no, people forget Trump in a long time.
Yesterday's fake news.
Even if dementia sets in, we're not going to forget Donald Trump. Right, Rick, over to you,
Oh,
pal.
we're going back to Dominic, who we missed, aren't we?
Oh, sorry, is he back?
Yeah.
Just,
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
I don't know what's happening. It just went off, but a few times it's absolutely just frozen, and then it's come back. So if it does it again, I'll leave the group. Okay.
All right.
I'll do that one again. Oh,
Try that.
yeah. How do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while neath the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Fallen in 1916. I hope you died well and I hope you died clean. Oh, young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Although you died back in 1916, in that faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, enclosed in forever behind the glass frame? In an old photograph, all torn, battered and stained, and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Now the sun, now it shines on the green fields of France. There's a warm summer breeze makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under a cloud. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no gun firing now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless white crosses stand mute in the sand. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation that were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Oh, young Willie McBride can't help wondering why do all those that lie here know why did they die? And did they believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end wars? Oh, the sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying were all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it's all happened again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Hey. Thank you. Oh.
I remember singing that once. I think it was a place called Warmington in not Warmington on Sea, Warmington. I think it was Northamptonshire, somewhere like that. And apparently, a couple of people walked out. And when I asked, what was the problem, they said, "Oh, we're not listening to songs by an IRA sympathiser." I wouldn't have minded if they'd have come up and said something. I'm going to put them right. But
yeah,
I'm not an IRA sympathiser, just in case anybody's wondering. But no, very nice, very nice.
It's amazing how people can get the wrong end of the stick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stanley and I have just been exchanging cryptic personal chats, just to let anyone else know who might be in the slightest, vaguest bit interested. Oldham 131 away at Bradford.
All right.
2 points ahead of them in the league. And they meet again in a couple of weeks in the FA Cup second round, so that bodes well. Either that or they've shot the bolts and they'll go down 4-0 or something.
You can see the looks of excitement in everybody's eye when you said
that. Yeah. Just be happy for us, you know.
Yeah, no, good news. Local heroes.
Yes, it's getting a bit heady. They've won 3 games in the last few weeks. You know, it's a bit concerning. I think it must be Jeff. No, it's not. It must be Rick. Sorry.
Right, local hero to someone, but I like the tune. It's a bit of cultural appropriation. It's Irish. and it's about the 1798 United Irishmen's Rebellion.
Is it your mandiola?
As the sun was setting o'er the bright May meadows of Shelmalier, a rebel band set the heather blazing and brought the neighbours from far and near. Then Father Murphy from old Kilcormac spurred up the rocks with a warning cry. Ah, Mark, he cried, I have come to lead you, for Ireland's freedom we'll fight or die. He led us on against the coming soldiers, the cowardly yeomen we put to flight. 'Twas at the Harrow the boys of Wexford showed Hookie's regiment how men could fight. Look out for Highlands, King George of England, search every kingdom where green's a slave. For Father Murphy from County Wexford sweeps o'er the land like a mighty wave. We took Caroline and Enniscorthy and Wexford storming drove out our foes. 'Twas at Slicoilter our pikes were reeking with the crimson blood of the beaten yos. At Torbanary and Ballyellis full many a Hessian lay in his goal. Father Murphy had aid come over and the green flag floated from shore to shore. At Vinegar Hill or the River Slaney our heroes vainly stood back to back. And the Yos of Tullow took Father Murphy and burned his body upon the rack. God grant you glory, great Father Murphy, and open heaven for all your men. For the cause that called you may call tomorrow for another fight for the green again. For the cause that called you may call tomorrow for another fight for the green again.
Cheers, Rick.
Not played that for some time.
Tell you what, you're really getting into your music since you moved down there, aren't you?
I've not that much. I mean, I had a spell for the first 4 or 5 years when I was down here, playing in a band, you know, and duetting and stuff. So I'd played a bit more. I'm not working now, so I can play a bit more. But I've not done so much recently. It's this night that's keeping me going, making me work on things and pulling things out that I've not played for ages and working it. But this has done me a lot of good. This mandola that I fettled up, because it's quite nice to play. I can accompany myself better on it because it's got a melody to it. Can't sing to a guitar, me.
No.
Anyway, there we go.
No, I agree. I think the sessions at the Eagle, I've written probably more songs and poems and stuff in the last 5 years than in the previous, ever since I started playing guitar. You know, that was partly down to sitting in with Bob so often and sparking off him. But then, thankfully, it's carried on since as well, you know, which is nice. It's all crap, but you know, it's new crap. You know, it's in 100 years it'll be traditional crap. Who knows?
To do it. It's good to do it.
I'm going to leave you. It keeps breaking up and freezing, and I don't think I've heard one song all the way through. So I'm going to go and hopefully get it sorted for next time.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Nice to see you.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Right, Mark.
Yeah, and more homework I've been doing, or research, and this chap here, I don't know if you can see him properly, his name is Bill Barker, or Billy Barker, and he was known as Spring-Heel Jack, and he used to jump across canals.
Yep.
And I don't know if you can see properly, but in his hands he's got a couple of weights, and they were the things that sort of give him a bit of impetus to get across.
Inertia.
People used to sort of bet against him and always lost, whether he could make it or not. So this is Tony Hill's song, the late Tony Hill. I don't do this very often, but I thought I'd dig it out for tonight. And if I can get the rhythm right. Now Gorton Town in Manchester is a place, and I'm going to go up a little bit. Now Gorton Town in Manchester is a place of high renown. You can read it in the history books in the library down in town. But there's a story of a man who brought great local fame to a town that had adopted him. Bill Barker was his name. In the streets of Gorton as a boy, Bill played the local games. Football, kicked, stoner and spell, and he knew the people's names. But soon Bill found that he could jump where no one else could go, and he practiced until he could do what others didn't know. Lay your money down, it can't be done, said many a remarker, who now remembers Gorton Town and bouncing Billy Barker. His secret was a pair of weights, he carried one in each hand, and used his arms to swing them up and jump him from dry land into the middle of the cut, which was so very wide, and he swing his weights and bounce right out and reach the other side. And early every Sunday when the day was getting warm, along the canal near Edge Lane, Loch Bill Barker would perform. He said he'd jump into the water and bounce right across, and asked if any betting man would care to chance a loss. Lay your money down, it can't be done, said many a remarker, who now remembers Gorton Town and bouncing Billy Barker. Now folk would stand in deep amaze, mouths would open wide, to see Bill bounce just like a stone and reach the other side. But more than this, when bouncing back to make the challenge harder, he did the trick but started off with his back towards the water. But sad to say, in Gorton Town, his home since childhood's day, in 1965 Bill Barker passed away. But up till then, at 80 years, he was a greatly man, and people still recall his fame and tell it when they can. Lay your money down, it can't be done, said many a remarker, who now remembers Gorton Town and bouncing Billy Barker. Lay your money down, it can't be done, said many a remarker, who now remembers Gorton Town and bouncing Billy Barker. Tony Hill.
He reckoned he invented the word remarker.
He might have done, yeah.
Because he couldn't find a rhyme for Barker.
Yeah.
And the use of the word, folk would stand in deep amaze.
Yeah.
A new use of the word, he reckoned. So good on him, Tony.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody did that song. It's a cracker. It's a lovely song.
Oh, yeah.
I've only known two people do it. There was Tony himself, and Gorton Tank used to do it. Chris,
All right.
Chris Cole used to do it. You know, we got
Yeah, I know Chris. Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me, I've been doing it for years.
and Martin as well did it. Of course,
Is,
there's three people.
is Chris Cole still around doing?
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah.
Still around, still being as miserable as ever.
Yeah.
I made a
Very miserable on Facebook. Is Chris? Yeah.
made a pair of clogs for him once.
All right.
The other thing, what are you saying? Oh yeah, we a couple of years ago at the Star and not the Star. God, that's going back at the Eagle, and I came up with an alternative called Barking Billy Bouncer, which is about a bouncer in the nightclubs in Manchester. Which I wrote. I might dig that out for next time and give it an airing. And,
It depends what the theme is, Martin.
well, yes, we have nightclubs as the theme.
Nightlife.
Nightlife. Oh yeah, I want to see the night lights again, the bright lights again.
Yeah.
I don't know where Stanley's gone.
Am I not getting it?
Disappear.
Yes, but you disappeared, Jeff. So I just smoothly moved over you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you ruined it now because I was dead slick.
I'm on that. That's what it is.
I feel like the fella in the room above the studio with all the screens, you know, deciding who goes next. I don't know where Stanley's gone, but I might give him a ring. But in the meantime, Jeff, yes, it is your turn.
Can I ever go another go then? Right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Do this one. It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup. She's combing her long black hair. And then she asks me if I feel alright. I say yes, I feel wonderful tonight. We go to a party, everyone turns to see that beautiful lady who's sitting right next to me. And then I ask her, does she feel alright? She said, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see that love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is you just don't realize how much I love you. It's time to go home now. I've got an aching head. I give her the car keys. She puts me to bed. And then she asks me, as I turn out the light, I said, darling, you're wonderful tonight. You were wonderful because I see that love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is you just don't realize how much I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Who let Eric Clapton in?
Thank you for me. I'm still Jeffers down there. Thank you.
Yeah, I just spoke to Stanley. His computer decided to do an update.
Oh, great.
He said it's 83% finished, so he should be back by the time Chris has done his next song.
Right.
So, Chris. Chris, are you there?
You mute.
You're muted, mate.
He's muted.
There he is.
There he is. He's on.
Hello? You hear me?
Yes, your turn.
Right. Wrote this ages ago. It's managed to do a lot of spoken word. And fortunately or unfortunately, it's become topical since our last time here. So it's called 66 and all that. The hearts around here have all closed down. The ceiling's grey and the walls are brown. We've taken it all, nothing remains but broken promises and stubborn stains. And like my race in the empty pot of piss, there's nothing left. Has it come to this? If I shut my eyes, I see our feet kicking a ball down our old street. And around the corner the sun will shine, and hearts will beat by the washing line. And Mum will stand with pegs in hand and wave us all in for a bath. And Dad will come whistling down the path and give her a peck and make her laugh. Then everything will be as it was. No sleight of hand or parlour tricks. It will be like 1966. With our faces pressed against next door's window, we'll watch the game on telly. There'll be long hot summers and secret signs and birthday treats and jelly. And days will unravel as scraped knees on gravel, and black eyes and scratches, missed goals and drop catches. And Dad will appear with the heart of a lion to carry us home, and soon we stop crying. I know those days have long since gone. If I close my eyes, they linger on. Then Nobby will dance his victory dance, and Dad and Mum will steal a glance. They never knew he'd shared with you in 66 when hearts were true. There you go. It's my Nobby stars.
Wow.
Wonderful.
When you said Nobby will do his victory dance, didn't we all just see him?
Absolutely.
Didn't we? Teeth out, big grin on his face, holding the cup. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Top on his head.
Yeah, the top of the cup on his head, yeah. Wow, and then Bobby Moore up on the shoulders.
No.
Yeah, the only time I ever saw Bobby Moore play was in a Texaco Cup game at Boundary Park when he was playing for West Ham towards the end of his career. And I can't remember the circumstances, but I know he absolutely scored an absolute blinder off the ground, about 4 feet off the ground, horizontal with his head in his own goal. And trying to clear the ball on his own defence on the edge of their box, and he just blasted it into the top corner of the net. Absolute stunner. Yeah, we were very pleased.
Martin, in Lynn's absence, I've got a short poem that we could include under Local Hero.
Right, well, give us a second. Let me just put Marion on. Because
okay, yes.
And I'll put you off straight after that.
Yeah, okay. I thought while you were waiting for Stanley, but yeah.
The spoken word, all right.
Yeah.
Marion, you.
Right. Well, there's one thing. We're doing local heroes, but nobody's done a woman. Just very. There aren't many songs about women, but it's local. Eccles of Worsley. What am I talking about? Eccles. It's, you might know it. Polly Parker, a well-known song. Sorry, it's too high. My name's Polly Parker, I come from Worsley. Me mother and father, they work down the mine. Our family is large, we have got 7 children, and so I'm obliged to work down the same mine. And such is our fortune, I know you'll feel sorry, that in such employment my days I must pass. But I keep up my spirits, I sing and am merry, although I am but a poor collier lass. By the greatest of dangers each day am surrounded, I hang in the air from a rope or a chain. Sorry. I can't remember this now. The mine may cave in, I may be killed, may perish by fire, or by damp, perish by damp, or by fire on the train. And sorry, I've got this wrong. And all the day long you could see we are buried away from the warmth and the light of the sun. And at night from our home we are hurried. The water is in, and barefoot we run. Now I'm getting off somehow or another, and thoughts color and strange in my mind. In spite of the talking of father and mother, I know I would wed him if he were inclined. But Johnny Brucellian will not befriend me. Another and better chance may come to pass. And my friends all here, I know they recommend me, although I am but a poor collier lad.
Barbara, I see Stanley back. We'll get to you in a minute, Stan. Barbara, you've got something you'd like to do for us?
Well, yes. I was just keeping up the female side of things.
Yeah,
because,
said thank you, Marion, for.
Yes, thank you, Marion, for bringing up the women, because I am a local hero. My exploits are worldwide. When our team won the FA Cup, I was the captain of the side. When we climbed up Everest, first on top was me. I'd have got there even quicker if I hadn't stopped for tea. I hold a new world record for the transatlantic race, and never mind what the Russians say, I was first in space. Compared to me, old Einstein was nothing but a dunce. And as for flying to the moon, I've done that more than once. I swam the English Channel 7 times one sunny day. And when we won the Ashes, guess who saved the day? And the new COVID vaccine? I cannot tell a lie. It was me that did the research, so you don't have to die. Oh yes, I really am a hero. You can't call me a fake, but I always end up ordinary the moment I awake.
Oh, very good. Did you write that, Barbara?
I'd love to say yes, but I cannot tell a lie. No, off the internet.
Very good.
Yes, I put the bit about COVID in just to make it a bit more topical.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I like it. Stanley's moved upstairs apparently.
I have backup resources.
Multi-screen.
Yeah, my
Jeff is his new name again tonight.
where's he gone?
Low end.
After his Clapton rendition.
Oh yeah. Very good.
Your top of your head's cut off, Stan.
I know. That's so I can get the. Yeah.
Very jolly.
Yeah. Yeah. My computer decided it wanted to reload all its applications, so I've left it to it and get on with it, and got my reserve backup. Either that or the Trump administration has hacked into my computer and which is not beyond the realms.
Looking for votes.
Yeah.
That's false. It's fake.
So there must be some votes somewhere. Let's have a look at Stanley's computer.
Yeah, that's where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my local hero this time is not local around here. It's a lady who happens to be the mother of a singer-songwriter, American singer-songwriter called Hoyt Axton, who you may well have heard of. I can't tell you anything he's written. Anyway, his mother is far more deserving of fame. She's called Mae Boren Axton. And in 1955, she wrote a little song along with another fella and gave it to a third person who may have had a bit of a hit with it. But I've been doing some research and I've discovered a Lancashire version of the same song. So this is a Lancashire version of a local hero song from Tennessee. Well, since Mrs. ran off with Coil Man, I've had to flit as well. Reach down to end a lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel, and I tell you, I'm reet lonely. I'm reet lonely. I feel so lonely I could die. Well, the place is always thrumming, but you'll always find some room for broken ticket lovers to be blabbering in the gloom. I'm ever so lonely. Oh, I'm reet lonely. Feel so lonely I could die. The bag lad's eyes are full of tears, the desk clerk's wearing black. They've been so long down Lonely Street, they're never getting back. Because they're reet lonely. They're right-minded, feel so lonely they could die. Well, this president has lost an election, and now he is in hell. He should toddle down Pennsylvania Avenue out of that White House hotel. But he's reet bothered. He's a right nazard, and he's such a wazzock he should be. Since Mrs. ran off with Coilman, I've found a new place to dwell. It's down the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. But I'm reet now fagged, feeling nazar, There we are.
Just love them Irwell Delta Blues.
There you
Oh,
are.
hey.
Gee, what?
Tell you what, the ukulele's never sounded better.
It's upstairs. It works better at altitude.
Actually, he's too modest to admit it himself, but Stanley is the originator of the 4-string blues.
Well, yeah. Well, we can't afford any more in Lancashire.
You've heard of the 8-bar? That's a 4-string.
Yeah. 4-string.
Yeah. Lovely, great stuff. Hey up, hey up. Well, there you go. We could do with a theme for next time, which will be on the 24th of November.
Nightlife, didn't we say?
Nightlife. Oh yeah, nightlife. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'll dig out Barking Billy Bouncer. Nightlife. Okay, that could be interesting. It might not, but it could be. Now I'm going to do our usual finisher, but after that I'm going to stop the recording. But I want you to hang around for a brief chat. Okay.
Yep.
Just to do a bit of planning, a bit of forward planning. Okay. The day's full end is rounded out, and ends the working light. And I would have all round about the friendship of this night, to bide a while, sit ye down by me, bide a while in friendly company. Abide with us an hour to pass, afore ye think to pass. Allow the landlord fill your glass, and friendship fill your hearts. And bide a while, sit ye down by me. Bide a while in friendly company. Use up the time you have to spend with kinsmen you well know. So pull aside a chair and lend the time before you go. And bide a while, sit ye down by me. Bide a while in friendly company. Use up the time you have to spend with kinsmen you well know. So pull aside a chair and lend the time before you go. Bide a while, sit ye down by me. Bide a while in friendly company. one, come all. The parting toast is raised in fond refrain. No matter who should play the host, we'll bide a while again. Bide a while, bide a while, sit ye down by me. Bide a while in friendly company. Bide a while, sit ye down by me. Bide a while in friendly company. Thank you very much. Right, I love that. Really nice night. Thanks very much. Few technical difficulties, obviously, but I think we've got over most of them. Hope Dominic can get himself sorted for next time. And yeah, we'll have nightlife as the theme. So, songs about hedgehogs. Bats.
Jobs.
What?
Go bump in the night.
Brings it. Well, no, I had that last time. Nightlife. There you go. Okay. I'm going to wind it up, but I say, please don't disappear. Oh, hello, Mrs. Accrington.
Oh, hello, Julie.
I'm standing here because he's using my computer now, so I can't do anything.
Priorities.
There you go.
That's Mrs. Accrington and the former Miss Gittins.
Hey, Julie, how you doing?
Sister.
Not the form or anything. I'm still with hello, Rick. I'm still Gittins, so there you go. Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well. Nice to see you.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, how are you?
I'm
My
fine.
younger sister, Julie, for the ones who don't know.
Nice to meet you, Julie.
Hi. Nice to see you all.
Yeah. Having lots of fun.
You are. Is
Yeah.
Is the goatee de rigueur for the? For
Yeah, it's the team colour, team thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rick and Slowhand and myself. I'm just waiting for Mark to get his act together.
And there's some of you that are just not taking this seriously, are you? You're just
No.
not playing the game.
No, Stanley's not making an effort.
Disappointing. You know.
I think Brian needs to just trim a bit and then he'll be okay. And Chris needs to decide whether he's full or part. And Derek.
Careful.
Saved his off.
There you go. Yes, okay. So I'm going to stop recording, but I want you to hang around. So just, where's me? Oh, stop recording. Okay, so for the benefit of everyone who might be watching this at a later date, I'll say thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for staying, and Rick.
Bugger off.
Some things don't change.
No change. Cheers.